Hi Taurus, welcome to your October 2021 Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Taurus, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key, wrong week, Raph, wrong reading, should I say, for your actions and interactions with the world at large, you get the Six of Pentacles. So very focused on the money, the finances and the resources this month, but it actually feels for me like this is about creating new revenue streams. It's not necessarily like this card can be about charity, it can be about the transactional nature of money, etc. I don't feel like this is any of that though. The feeling that I get from this month, this is about you creating a new revenue stream. Whether this is a side hustle, maybe this is you looking for new work, maybe you're looking for a second job for some of you, in a lot of ways as well, because this is about what you're doing. This could be a month where you are choosing to do something for somebody else. Maybe some form of charity, maybe you're giving money to somebody, maybe you are playing or providing some sort of financial support or relief to another person. In a lot of ways, this is going to see you being really focused on the money, the finances, the resources. But like I said, it's almost like you're creating a new revenue stream for yourself rather than waiting for it to show up. You're getting on the front foot and being proactive about it. Nice. For your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Swords. Pay attention to your gut hunches this month, right? Your psychic awareness and skills are going to be off the charts this month. You couple this with the Six of Pentacles, you could have a knack, right? So maybe you have a conversation with somebody and you have this psychic impression about what they're, what could happen. Pay attention to those little reveries this month, those moments where you drift off into space and have, daydreams about specific ideas, etc., because you could be having a really amazing one. Now, that's that aspect of it. This would be a really good month for you as well to really put your creative juices out there into the world, to really think about brainstorm this month, right? Spend time in that creative space just asking yourself, how can I do better at work? How can I make more money? How can I improve my business? Like all of the above. Just really let your mind open to what the possibilities are. Don't force it if nothing comes, but if something does come, don't shoot it down for being impractical. Just let your mind wander. Now, with that said, this also can sometimes suggest secrets. And because it's here with the Six of Pentacles, for some of you, maybe there's something that you want to do on a charitable level that you want kind of to remain anonymous about, right? It's like, if I'm going to do this, I don't want my name plastered all over it. It's not about that. I'm doing this because I feel like it's the right thing to do. Now, when it comes to conversations as well, whatever you are told, excuse me, whatever you're told in confidence this month, it's really important that you keep that confidence, especially if whatever is revealed to you is in a professional setting or about something to do with your professional world or outlook, because whatever is shared with you could be insider information, and not just because maybe somebody could get in trouble about it, but also somebody's trusted you with that information. So just be very careful with what you share this month. For your love and relations, you have the Seven of Cups. So when it comes to partnerships, relationships and connections of the relationship kind, there is a little bit of confusion here, right? There is a little bit of ambiguity. Now you add to this the Two of Swords and that secretive energy. Some of you, not all, but some of you that are single may find yourself in a bit of a triangle. You might find yourself as the other man, the other woman, the other person, the other them. You could just as easily get, into something with someone and realize that, oh my gosh, there's actually somebody else in the picture. I don't feel like this is something that overtly just yet, but you will before the month is out. Sorry, that itchy nose thing has just kicked in. That being said, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments and relationships, it's the Seven of Cups. This month, your partner may feel a little bit neglected. They might feel like you're taking on too much or you're doing too much. And in a lot of ways, it kind of, I don't know, I almost get the feeling that they're probably going to pull you to the side and say, look, are you going to make any time for us this month? Because, as it stands, you've been working, you've been doing all these other things. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It is the Seven of Cups, which I often say to people, take a minute to streamline the process. You've got too many things going on at once. That's one way that this could come up. The thing is with that Two of Swords as well, this could be something secret that is a feeling or an energy that's being harbored by you or the partner that isn't being spoken about. Eventually it will find its way to the light of day, so find a way to do it in a constructive manner. For your money and materials, you have the Star card, right? Love this. If you're working on websites, if you're working on anything to do with connecting with the public in the digital sphere, you could create something of profound beauty. Just don't let this be another thing that becomes, the next thing on the to-do list, because there is an element of that here this month, that it's like everything's on a to-do list. And, when it comes to personal connections, partners, friends, loved ones, family, that can be quite, it can come across as quite offensive, like, oh, I'm another thing for you to tick off your list. Just keep that, be mindful of that, right? Now, when it comes to your money, you are making more money, or rather whatever ways you start to, new revenue stream, whatever ways you start to envision yourself making money going forward, excuse me, there's something novel about it. And remember, the Star card gives you a glimpse, right? The challenge that you've got is this month, try to find a way to keep your feet on the ground. It's great having big plans, it's great having far-reaching ideas, etc. But as if you can't bring them to ground, it's kind of like a wasted exercise. And some of the things that are presented to you this month, you may think like, oh, that I don't think that fits. And actually, for once in a very, very, very rare blue moon, maybe it's you that's not actually being as practical as you could be. All right, so just consider that. But yeah, all in all, I mean, I love the Star card for money because it always suggests that money is about to improve, and that whatever shows up for you financially this month, you'll be getting a whole lot more of it later on. Your first week of the month, you've got a double hit of the Star card. Anything where you're doing online marketing, putting yourself and your business or your brand out there, redoing your website, creating groups online, joining groups online. There's money to be made in the digital sphere for you this month, Taurus. It's just about really upgrading or updating the way that you show up in the world in some way, shape or form. And there could be opportunities for that. Great. For your second week of the month, you've got the High Priestess card. So I talked about secrets a lot with this. And look, right, this is why. Now, the High Priestess is the card of psychic awareness, phenomena, ability, all the rest of it. When you couple this with the Two of Swords, that is very psychic situations and people. True psychics in the true sense, someone that's a very gifted seer or psychic. If you are so inclined, the second week of the month would be a good time to have a psychic reading, to see a medium, to see a spiritualist, to see a tarot reader, an astrologer, but one who bases their work more on intuition than the technical stuff. The reason I say this is because these two cards are very much about true psychic awareness and ability. So it's not going to be enough to, this is the most amazing scientific astrologer. That's not what you're looking for. This month, it's people that have a very keen proven intuition. Doesn't have to be me, it could be anyone, but just somebody that has that specific qualification. And the funny thing is, you know, all people that work in these fields have a modicum of intuition. It's what makes them so good at their jobs. But what I'm saying here is, this is a double up psychic energy, and it's a double up secretive energy. So if you're seeing an astrologer, a tarot reader, a seer, a psychic, a medium, a mystic, spiritualist, all the, you know, all of the things, it has to be someone that you know has a strong intuition. I cannot stress that bit enough, especially with this combination of cards. Now, that being said, communication is going to be interesting this month, and it does look like there are going to be some really interesting stuff shared with you. I would, this second week of the month, this is going to be interesting for you guys for sure. For your third week of the month, you have the Devil card underneath the Seven of Cups. These two together can be serious overindulgence. It could be anything: sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know, workaholism. It can be anything. Whatever your vices are, be careful, because this third week of the month is likely where they're gonna catch up with you. What I will say to you as well, because it's the Devil card, the escapist tendency that finds you this month, it's like, I can't deal with this, so I'm just going to throw myself into work, or I can't deal with this, so I'm just going to pretend it's not there, or that it doesn't exist. It's like you're going to try to override something and you can't. All right, unfortunately, it's a situation that's going to come up for review, and it will need your attention, input, consideration, all of the above. For your fourth week of the month, you have the Tower card. That with the Star card, that can be a blackout. It can also be a cyber attack. I mean, the other thing that I know this could mean as well, I'm not sure if this is the case, but it could also be like a well-known website or something crashes, or an internet blackout. It could just as easily be like an electric fire of some sort. This fourth week of the month, be very careful around the home to do with all of the practical stuff when it comes to specifically the electrical aspect of your home, right? So very, very interesting. On a more personal sort of level, on a microcosmic level, that combination, I would say, especially because it's underneath the money card, passwords. And I've said this to basically every sign this month, just because of the Mercury retrograde and all the weird stuff that's already going on. Anything where your money is, where you access money, finances and resources online, be very careful with it this month, all right? More so than ever. Your new moon in Libra message is the gate 30 and holding. This new moon is going to show you what is in and what is out. It's going to highlight to you this month what you really do need to stick to, what you really do need to nourish, nurture and defend. And what you're truly invested in is really going to show up for you around the time of this Libra new moon. The Aries full moon, you've got the gate 52 and stillness. So at the new moon, you're doing. At the full moon, you're stopping to observe, right? The full moon is for you personally, is, especially if you're an ascendant Taurus, it's in your 12th, the full moon rather, is in your 12th house. Now for me personally, the way I understand it, when a full moon hits your 12th house, right, and technically for all of you in some way, shape or form, it's the 12th house, because it's 12 signs past your sun, your moon or your ascendant, right? That full moon is shining a spotlight into the place that is hidden, the place where secrets are kept, the place where the past comes up to be reviewed. And I've always believed this as well, since I found out what the 12th house was for me. When something happens, especially a full moon in your 12th house, a secret is revealed, the past comes back to visit in some way, shape or form, or there is a big revelation about your past, or a huge realization that comes you know, from the depths of who you are. It's like shining a cosmic spotlight into your cosmic closet in some way, shape or form. All of the stuff that you've kind of shoved in the back there and ignored is now kind of like there's a spotlight put on it. Now, with that said, I think it's going to be an interesting month for you guys for sure. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.